Moonlight illuminated the clearing in front of the blackberry bush I sat in, casting a dim veil around my tent. Thorns from the bush stuck into my cold flesh and ripped holes in my loose pajamas. I could feel tiny pools of blood begin to stain my tattered clothing. Finally, it emerged from the far side of my campsite. The towering creature that spooked me into the nearby bushes stood bipedal on backward knees. I scanned its body as it revealed itself in the moonlight. Tufts of fur scattered on its otherwise human skin, like a half-finished jigsaw puzzle. Long arms dragged along the ground behind it as it walked. Huge nails and claws jutted out from its mangled fingertips. An ever-shifting mess of a face came into view. It writhed and twisted like earthworms wriggling in mud. With each passing second, one could interpret the creature's face to be a menagerie of different living things. A voice came from the tormented face. A distorted human voice. My voice. "Joe, hey, where are you at?" The drowsy voice of my hunting partner came from the tent. "What? Bill, stop fucking around. We gotta be up in a few hours." Taking a step closer, the creature replied, this time in Joe's voice. "Stop fucking around. We gotta be up in a few hours." Joe's confused, grizzled face poked out of the open flap. "Who the fuck is out there?" The creature leaped as I screamed out, "Joe, run." But it was too late. The creature shoved Joe back inside the tent, and his terrified scream filled the night. Adrenaline surged through my body. I shot up, and my feet instantaneously carried me away from the compromised campsite. The sound of flesh ripping away from skin sent goosebumps down my arms as Joe's shrill scream shifted into a struggled gurgle. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Running until I no longer heard the scene behind me, I dove into a dry creek bed. Laying on my back, I fought to control my breath. Unlike the opening at my campsite, moonlight barely made its way through the thick forested canopy as I stared up into the darkness. Time crawled while I waited for dawn to arrive. Relief slowly came as the familiar shifting of black to dim blue brightened the forest. The giggling laughter of a child echoed in the distance to my right, and I shot straight up. I must be close to the main trail. Scrambling up the shallow bank of the dry creek, I latched onto a leaning birch tree and threw myself over the remaining slope. Surveying the scattered tree line, I spotted what looked like a person in white 100 yards away. "Hello, please help me." The person in white slowly turned toward me, taking hesitant steps forward. Then suddenly, dropped onto all fours and began closing the distance at breakneck speed. I stood frozen as the hellish, distorted voice of myself cried out from the approaching creature. "Joe, run."